The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They go play action with Wilson. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. So now Wilson and the Jets with a third and long here following the sack. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That swung out wide to Harris. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. This defense for the Jets, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds Howard complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jermaine Johnson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
2nd and 13. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jermaine Johnson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. 2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far, and that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field has popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will make it 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Ball again on second down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
In motion right is Wilson. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run with Hall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't?
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Marcus Jones in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Charlie, 61, matchbox, light.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0. But the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, You like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Franklin Myers in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Hall again on 2nd down. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Give to Hall running right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit. Found a perfect call. Quarterback with the front as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody will press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Come on, set.
One more time with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with touchdown number 20 of the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for two here. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch. The defense made some really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
Finding space at the 40. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash, this from 48. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Running left, it's Hall. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
70 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Throwing is Wilson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson from 4 yards out. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Pinero's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I
think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Hall on a give up the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 90 yards rushing for it here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On first down, right back to Hall. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But I think Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. Instead, he can take off the mark for it.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work